Hi first graders, this is Miss McCormick. I'm a speech-language pathologist and a reading specialist in Bossier City, Louisiana. You can find all my information organized on the edmodo.com group. Here's the code that you use to enter the group. So all the forms and information, the video links are there, all nice and organized by grade and by unit. What we're doing is phoneme grapheme mapping. Phoneme means sound, grapheme means letter. So we're putting the words or mapping the letters that go with each sound. So each one of these boxes represents a sound. And so we'll count the sounds of the words and then we'll write in the letters that go with those sounds. I suggest that if it's the first time that you just watch the video so that you can listen to the information that I'm presenting to you. And then after that, you can watch it either as a whole group or individually at computer centers, and then you can write down the words. Please remember you can pause or stop the video as often as you need to. The first thing I need to do is a quick teaching of a couple of syllable types. Syllables are, each syllable has to have a vowel sound. So one vowel sound equals one syllable. If there's three vowel sounds, there's three syllables. So we need to know the syllable types so we know what the vowel is saying. So let's take a look at a couple of words. Let's say I don't know how to read this word. The first thing I do is I find my vowel. And this, by the way, is a doorway. See the doorknob? So that's going to be important for how we recognize these syllables. So I find my vowel. Remember, vowels are A, E, I, O, or U. So I underline my vowel. I could put a V under it for vowel. Well, here's a little trick. So a single vowel, just a vowel by itself, not two vowels together, but a single vowel, he loves to run. So this vowel can go to the door, open the door, and go a long way. So since he can go a long way, we do this mark, just the straight line. That's called a macron. When we have the macron on top of it, we know it's the long sound. The long sound for a vowel is its name, O. So now because we know this is an open syllable, because there's no other letters right here, then the vowel can go a long way. The long sound is its name, O. Go, O. Now let's say I don't know this word. I don't know what it's supposed to say. I find my vowel, I underline it, I mark it with a V. Well, this time, that single vowel cannot get to the door because it's blocked by this T. So he can only go a short way. He can't get to the door stays closed. So this is a closed syllable because the vowel cannot move very far. It can only go a short way. So it's kind of like a U-turn. Okay, he can only go a short way. This is called a breathe. A breathe. It's the short sound. The short sound for this letter is ah. So now when I sound it out, g-ot, got, I know what that vowel sound is supposed to be. So here's a quick summary. An open syllable is when the single vowel is at the end of a word. The vowel can go a long way. We put the macron on top, and it says its name, O. A closed syllable, the vowel can only go a short way. The door stays closed because the vowel can't get to it. We put the breathe on top, and it says its short sound, ah, got. So now that we know open and closed syllables, I'm going to tell you that all of your words today have the ah sound, and they're all going to be closed syllables. So a single vowel followed by one or more consonants. Let me show you this card again. A single vowel followed by one or more consonants, the vowel is going to be short, and that's for the closed syllable. All right, let's get started with our words. The first word we're going to do is at. When we sound it out, we're going to put a dot in the box at the top. So we know how many sounds are in the word. At. At. The first sound is ah. Can you tell me what letter? The A. Ah. The next sound is t. Come down from the top and then we cross. Please make sure that you notice how I'm holding my marker. Please hold your pencil like this. I'm pinching with my thumb and my finger, and my other fingers are under. That's how we need to hold it. The next word is cat. K, a, t. The first sound is k. The C, we start here and we go to the left. A is the A. I'm going to also be talking about some handwriting strategies, handwriting without tears specifically. So the teachers, as you're walking around watching your students write, please encourage them to form these letters correctly with the correct sequence of strokes. Please do not make your A like a bubble and then a line. That's not the correct way to make an A. Some students go from the bottom and slide around. That's drawing a letter. When you go to writing fast, and if you're not writing the letters in the correct sequence, it's actually going to take longer for you to write the words. So our word is cat. K, a, t. The sound is a. It's the A. We're going to make a magic C. So we're going to make another C. And then we're going to come up to this dot and touch, and down and bump. I do not go under the writing line. I did not make my line come way out here. I come straight down. Let me erase this right quick. So we've got k, a, and then t. Start at the top, go down, and then cross. The next word is bat. Hit the ball with the bat. Sound it out. B, a, t. The first sound is b. Now, some students still have problems with learning B's and D's. So let's talk about that. When I say the b sound, say it with me. B, b. My lips are closed and then I pop the air. B. So, with my lips are closed, that kind of reminds me of a line. Because if my lips are closed, there's lips. The line in the middle, my lips are closed. But, and then we'll put a bubble down here at the bottom. But, a, magic C, up and touch, down and bump, and t. Start at the top, go down, and then cross. It's starting to rain here. I don't know if you can hear that on the video, but I'm going to keep going because I've got 5 of these to make today, rain or no rain. So the next word we're going to do is am. Sound it out. The first sound is ah. That's a sound. Magic C, up and touch, down and bump. Start in the middle of the box. Go down, 1 hump, 2 humps. And now look at our words so far. A single vowel followed by 1 or more consonants. It's closed. The vowel is short. We put a breathe on the top. All of these are closed because there's another consonant that's blocking the vowel. So the vowel is going to be short. The next word is can. K, a, The first sound is k. A, magic C, up and touch, down and bump. My tongue is up, my lips are open. Start in the middle of the box, go down, come up on the same line, and then 1 hump over. Can. I'm actually going to stop right now because the rain is getting loud, and I will come back and do part 2.